Good afternoon. My name again is Scott O'Connor. I'm the State Warden for the Florida State Council. Reverend Fathers, members of the clergy, Brother Knights. One man that should be introduced as well in the gold cape here is the Master of the Florida District, Jim Schoenfeld. He's past State Deputy of Florida. So I want to thank you for inviting us here this afternoon. I offer greetings and best wishes on this most auspicious of occasions from State Deputy Christopher E. Kernan and the officers and directors of the Florida State Council. On January 22nd in 2009, the Knights of Columbus launched a new initiative aimed at providing women considering abortion a new way of viewing the life within them. That date was also the 36th anniversary of the Supreme Court's Roe v. Wade decision legalizing abortion on demand. On that same day, the Knights of Columbus Supreme Council matched funds raised by the Knights in the states of Florida and Iowa that would help the centers to provide the health of both mother and child. Since then, funding has been provided for the purchase of machines in many other jurisdictions, with many other state and local councils launching fundraising campaigns for ultrasound machine purchases. Ultrasound exams, which can be used throughout pregnancy for a variety of diagnostic reasons, use ultrasound waves to scan a woman's abdomen, creating a picture or sonogram of the baby in her uterus. Without Knights of Columbus support, most pregnancy care centers would be unable to purchase the ultrasound machines, each costing tens of thousands of dollars. Reports indicate that up to 90% of women considering an abortion choose to have their baby after seeing ultrasound images. They hear the baby's heartbeat. They see their baby's head and fingers. They know it is a child, not a choice. State and local councils desiring to participate in the ultrasound initiative must raise half of the funds for purchase of an ultrasound machine before submitting a request to the Supreme Council Office for matching funds. The sophistication of today's medical technology provides a window on the womb, which was said by Supreme Knight Carl Anderson. Even from the early stages of pregnancy, a mother can see her developing child, hear the baby's heartbeat, and recognize the miracle of new life within her. The Knights of Columbus Ultrasound Initiative seeks to provide medically certified pro-life pregnancy centers with the modern technology to monitor the health of babies in utero and to allow mothers to visually experience their development. Now, the history of this particular ultrasound machine began during the Supreme Convention of 2010. Hans Meyer, a delegate to the convention and a past Grand Knight of St. Catherine Drexel Council of Western Florida, listened to Supreme Knight Carl Anderson describe this new program. Brother Hans returned to his council energized and moved by the prospect of saving lives through technology. St. Catherine Drexel Council soon organized a committee that included other members such as Brother George Hayek, Mike Alba, Eric Brown, Juan Carlos Gomez, and many more. It became a full parish assignment. The committee then came up with an idea for an iPad raffle, which was presented to the pastor, Father Pedro Corses. Father Corses was very supportive of the idea, and over the 2010 Christmas season, tickets were sold and funds raised. The council and parish were able to raise 1/4 of the fees required. The Florida State Council put up another 1/4 of the funds, and the Supreme Council donated the other half required. In June of 2011, the unit was purchased and shipped. But the support did not stop there. St. Catherine Drexel Council continues to provide funding to help with training and support of the operation of this incredible machine. Previously, ultrasound machines were purchased through the program. One was placed in Central Florida, the Pregnancy Crisis Center in Orlando. And on April 30th of this year, another ultrasound machine purchased through this program will be dedicated at a center in Palmetto, Florida. And on Mother's Day of this year, another machine is due to be purchased through this program with funds raised from it, and it will be placed at a center in Immokalee, Florida. The Florida State Council, Knights of Columbus, has been one of the leading advocates for the Right to Life programs throughout the state of Florida for the past century. Our Run for Life, East Coast Run, starting in Homestead and completing in St. Augustine, will soon celebrate its 25th anniversary. The run has raised funds to support pregnancy crisis centers. And now our West Coast Run, which is organized in Marco Island, and most recently the Panhandle Run, originating in Pensacola, are helping to create awareness and support for this most noble of causes throughout the state. In 2012, the Florida State Council has donated many thousands of dollars to Right to Life programs and shall continue to support through donations of time, talent, and treasure. In conclusion, the Florida State Council, Knights of Columbus, stands firmly with the Catholic Church, our bishops, our priests, and shall continue to wage the good fight for the rights of the unborn. On behalf of the Florida State Council, we thank all of you who work and support this facility. We know that the operation of this ultrasound machine will make a difference in saving lives. God bless you. Viva Jesus.
Amen.